Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is James. Today we're going to watch episode 17 of Ace Attorney. Before we start, I just want to say something. I've been calling this character the pink curly hair girl running. I've been calling this character Mimi instead of her actual name. And I thought they were calling her Mimi the entire time, but I was wrong. This character, the orange pink curly hair, her name is Yini instead of Mimi. Mimi is her sister's name. So yeah, I did mess that up. And I just want to say that because this is the last part of this case. This girl is Yini, not Mimi. So yeah, I just want to say that before we start this episode. Alright? Her name is Yini, not Mimi, okay? Her hair color is orange. I thought it was pink.
Your name and occupation? Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm Eenie Miney.
That sounds exactly like the word Mimi. Yini and Mimi.
And I'm like a student of parapsychology and stuff.
Parapsychology?
Yeah, like clairvoyance, spirits, and the occult. So then, immediately after the murder took place, the defendant came to your room because she was wanting to speak with you. Is this correct? Yeah, I was taking a little catnap in I'd room, and then like my sister is like standing over me.
Okay, I think that's Mimi.
Her spirit told me about a horrible secret.
What would that be?
What happened that night was no accident because I was murdered, pure and simple. That's why I had to take my revenge to get eye for an eye, sis. Dr. Gray murdered my sister.
Is this fake crying or real crying?
Mr. Wright, does the defense intend to cross-examine this witness? What do I say?
You'll be okay.
I'll admit that was quite a well-constructed fabrication, but that's all it was. Let's unravel it, this tapestry of lies.
Okay, lies.
Of course we'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well.
Here we go again.
When your sister made this revelation, what did you do afterwards?
I thought about it. Then I said an eye for an eye makes the world blind. And she was like, yeah, you're so totally right. And I was like, you should go and apologize to Mystic Morgan. So we walked down the winding way together and went back to the channeling chamber.
I'm sure that must have taken a lot of strength.
I don't buy it. Something doesn't add up.
She's lying.
The winding way?
Tell us, Phoenix Wright. What do you have to say now?
Well-constructed fabrication. That's all. Nothing more.
Phoenix, you stole my line.
He stole her lie. Funny.
Something unusual? Like what?
Please, look at this picture. This is Pearl. She's Morgan Fay's daughter.
She's smarter than you, no doubt. But how is she relevant?
At the exact time of the murder, she was playing in the winding way. So then, just how could you have not noticed her being there?
Are you sure?
Uh-oh.
There's no chance you could have passed this way and not have run into her.
I was so focused on my dead sister's spirit.
Come on, tell the truth.
Anyone in her state would have overlooked an ordinary little girl.
Objection! Except you couldn't have overlooked her.
Not just that. My Pearl is far from ordinary.
Stop hating everyone.
This is the most sacred urn in Karine Village, treasured for generations. But before that fateful ritual began, Pearl smashed it to pieces. Thankfully, those pieces were pretty big, so she decided to glue it back together in the winding way.
Oh, is that so? When was this?
From the time the ritual began until the police had left the scene, she was working frantically to fix that urn right in the middle of the path.
She was trying to fix it.
Tell us the truth. Where were you really?
I told you.
I'll give you another chance to answer my question, Miss Eenie Miney, but no more!
The witness has already told you her whereabouts. Yeah, I did. I was like crashed out in the side room, man.
And I've given evidence proving that is a lie. We can't trust anything you say.
You asked her a question, and she answered yes, but you're still not satisfied. You're acting like you know. You tell where she was then?
Yep, you know everything.
She was here.
In the channeling chamber?
Think she was at the crime scene?
No, I don't. I know she was. It's the only place that she could have been.
Objection! Nonsense! It has been established that only the victim and the defendant were in that chamber, and it was locked.
She was hiding in there before the ritual even started, waiting for the chance to carry out her plan.
Oh.
The room is small, so how could I have been hiding in there without anybody seeing me?
Uh-oh. Yini has becoming angry. Not sleepy girl anymore.
Eenie was hiding in there.
What?
That's ludicrous! Besides, that chest is normally kept in a storage room. Wasn't even near the crime scene.
You're right. It is normally kept in there. Except during the time of the murder, it was behind the folding screen.
What?
You fool! How could you know that?
Just look closer.
No way.
The host.
And they are exactly like the one we discovered in the folding screen. The height and angle match perfectly.
Wow, you're good at this, Phoenix.
Miss Miney, before anyone entered the channeling chamber, you were hiding inside that chest, wearing the same robes as Maya, and waiting to take her place.
Oh my gosh.
You saying that the woman there in that crime scene photograph, that she's my client, dressed as Maya?
Yes.
Eenie Miney, you've been plotting out this murder for quite a while now. The real killer is you! Once the ritual was underway, Eenie emerged from her hiding place and drugged Maya with chloroform.
Wow.
Brutally stabbed Dr. Gray. Next, she put the unconscious Maya inside the chest. More than likely, she planned to leave the room then and make it appear the murder had taken place during a channeling gone wrong. Things didn't go according to plan. The stab wound was not fatal. Dr. Gray pulled out the pistol he had hidden in his jacket and fired. The shot missed and instead pierced her sleeve, the screen, and the chest where Maya lay unconscious.
Oh my gosh.
Eenie grabbed the pistol and finished him off with a shot to the head.
This is a lot.
She forgot an important piece of her disguise. The medium's headdress still lay on the floor. That's why it was a picture.
Your Honor, the defense is simply spouting utter fiction.
But truth can often be stranger than fiction.
It's unbelievable. How could one person have done all this by herself?
I never said that. She relied on an accomplice in this murder.
She wasn't acting alone.
Only someone from Kurine Village could have procured the ceremonial robe for her.
Morgan Faye.
Someone from the Faye family could have placed the chest in the chamber. Her partner's identity is crystal clear to me. It's Morgan Faye.
I knew it was them. Both of them.
The two then changed Maya into the blood-stained robe and made sure to get her fingerprints on the murder weapon.
Okay.
When that was done, Eenie must have carried the empty box back to the storage room. Meanwhile, Morgan tossed the robe Maya had been wearing into the incinerator.
Wow.
This explains how the only key to the channeling chamber was found
They're going
inside.
into jail.
Eenie went back to the side room via the courtyard. That's the reason why she didn't see Pearl in the winding way. The defense would like to submit this burned swatch of art that was also discovered inside the incinerator. You did it. You killed Dr. Gray in Cola, and you framed Mystic Maya.
Yep. Angry.
You fool. So simple-minded. Aren't you, Phoenix, right?
What?
Only a fool would believe a Von Karma would just lie down and accept defeat. Your argument never addresses one crucial element.
And what's that?
Why'd she make it so difficult? It seems like a logistical nightmare. When you consider the coordination involved, it's quite a lot of work. First, colluding with a spirit medium, disguising herself, hiding in a box and framing the defendant. Why would she use such a bizarre modus operandi?
Yeah, I could never think of a crazy scheme like that.
Also,
Sure.
don't forget this is a serious crime. Murder. Do you even have a motive?
She's right. Why in the hell would I want to kill that good-for-nothing doctor anyway?
Well, there is one plausible motive. You blame Dr. Gray for your sister Mimi's death.
I did it for revenge. Are you kidding me? I never actually believed he had anything to do with the accident. That was just a rumor.
Really?
You didn't buy it.
That was a well-constructed fabrication, but there's just nothing more to it.
I agree with Miss Von Karma. Haven't provided us with a compelling reason why the witness would go to such lengths to kill a man whom she bears no grudge against.
You alleged that Morgan Fay was her accomplice. What reason would she have to help orchestrate the doctor's murder?
Come on.
I think the defense is starting to realize his client's guilty, aren't you?
I'm really going down in flames here. I thought I had her on the ropes.
Don't give up.
Gotta believe in yourself, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yes, the murder plot may sound somewhat ridiculous, but Dr. Turner Gray was killed and Maya didn't do it. There has to be a reason for his murder, and there also has to be a reason why it was carried out in such an elaborate fashion. Our duty is to uncover the truth, no matter how difficult that may be.
Can you prove that this witness had a motive for killing Dr. Gray?
Unfortunately, I don't know if I can.
Oh, great.
Doesn't matter if you think you can or not. Now you simply have no other choice.
What are you going to do?
I request permission to cross-examine the witness one more time.
You had your chance. It's over.
Bring it on! I'd love to see what you do, Phoenix Wright.
Wow.
Now that the desperation is setting in, this should be quite entertaining.
When considering what Eenie Miney's motive may be, one can't ignore last year's car wreck. How would you describe your sister's state of mind before that tragic night?
Do you even have to ask? Bad. Really bad. She was accused of killing all those patients, so the press, the police, and everybody else thought she was a murderer. She was physically and spiritually drained.
If things were truly getting to her that much, then why did you let her drive? You did have a driver's license at the time, so you could have driven instead.
I
Mimi didn't have a driving license?
wanted
wanted to drive, but she wouldn't let me.
And why was that?
Because she'd finally gotten that rad American sports car that she'd always wanted. She was like super into cars ever since she was a little girl.
Oh,
Are you sure?
she was probably very protective of an import.
Eni, will you please tell me about what happened during the accident again? You were asleep in the passenger seat, and then a boom, right?
Boom! The car was on fire and I couldn't find my poor sister. I opened the passenger door and wiggled my way out of there as fast as I could.
Hold on.
She opened the door to her left to try and escape the wreck.
Nope, don't listen to her.
Does the defense take some sort of issue with that?
Yes, in fact I do. It should have been on the other side. You remember what she said earlier?
Rad American sports car that she'd always wanted.
All American cars are driven on the left side. The driver is on the left, and the passenger is on the right.
Oh.
Miss Miney, that would mean at the time the fatal accident occurred, you were in the driver's seat.
Absolute rubbish. Her late sister Mimi was the one operating the vehicle, and that's a fact.
Objection! Are we sure who survived the accident? And are we sure this witness is who she says she is? We've had it wrong this entire time. This witness's name isn't Eni Miney.
What?
Because she didn't survive that accident. It's Mimi Miney.
Mimi? She's Mimi? I thought she was Eni. Oh my gosh.
That's clearly the witness.
Apparently, the woman rescued from the car was so badly burned, she'd lost her facial features. So the surgeons had to use a photograph to do the reconstruction. This one here.
So her name is Mimi, not Eni.
What about the body found inside the car?
That was Eni Miney, burned beyond all recognition.
Whoa.
So, what do you have to say, Mimi Miney?
Tell the truth. Oh my gosh.
Dr. Gray originally wanted to summon Mimi Miney's spirit to address the controversy and the patient's deaths. However, that wouldn't have been possible because she was still alive. The channeling would have exposed that fact, so she had to stop it from happening at all costs by killing again.
Wow. Next, you're good at this.
In a bizarre twist of fate, Dr. Gray consulted the witness about channeling the dead. In that moment, his fate was sealed.
Just give up, Francesca.
What he's saying is true. I am Mimi.
Oh my gosh.
I was so close to getting the stink of that name off me. So close I could almost feel it.
But why? Why did you feel such a strong need to change your identity?
The charges she faced, the tragedy at Gray's hospital, in which 14 patients lost their lives, was actually your fault, wasn't it? Then you caused another tragedy, when your sister died in the car accident.
Wow.
Decided then that Mimi Miney was better off dead.
That accident took everything away. It burned my sister's body, and it disfigured me. I thought it was my only chance at a new life. But then he made a mistake. He thought he could get in touch with my spirit. When I heard about what he was planning, I went to Karine Village, and I asked someone there to help me. I said I needed to stage a fake channeling session to fool someone. But she had other plans.
I can get rid of your problem for good.
She said if I didn't go along with it, she'd expose me for who I really was.
Oh my gosh.
So, one who actually planned the murder is Morgan.
Oh my gosh.
Maya.
Miss Mimi Miney and Miss Morgan Fay will both be made to stand trial for their crimes at a later date. Regardless, I do believe that one thing has been made clear to this court. Defendant, please step forward.
Maya is innocent. Thank you.
Not guilty.
Congratulations. Again, congratulations. You did it again, Phoenix.
How could I lose? Beat Phoenix right.
Haha.
I was merely a step away. Pearl is the only one fit to head the Karine School of Channeling. No one can deny that.
That was why you tried to frame Maya, wasn't it?
This fight is far from over.
June 23rd, 10:16 a.m.
We'll have to close down the channeling chamber for a little while.
Temporary. 1:35 p.m.
Sure you want to let him go, Mystic Maya? Pearls, I'm staying. Karine Village is my home, you know?
Ah!
Your handsome knight in shining armor saved you, so you have to go with him! Take care, you guys!
What about you, Pearl?
Bye-bye, Pearl!
Okay, just let it go, I guess.
I'm trying to nap.
What?
Not all great.
I always figured that Karine Village would be way out in the boonies or something, but it's a lot closer than I thought. You can come and visit whenever.
Maya is back with Phoenix.
I remember Maya telling me about a dream she had.
I don't remember it all too well, but I know it was about Mia. I felt warm, and it sounded weird, but the air had a very nostalgic aroma.
Pearl told me a secret. Inside the chest that they put Maya in was Mia's ceremonial robe from when she lived in the village.
Oh.
It must have had the scent of home on it and warm memories.
I knew it. Morgan was part of this. And Yini is Mimi. Oh my freaking goodness. For the past couple of episodes, I've been calling her Mimi instead of Yini. And now her identity is revealed and her name is Mimi. Thank goodness that they are in jail now. And I'm so glad that Maya is innocent and she's with Phoenix again. Thank you, Pearl, for pushing your cousin Maya to the train with Phoenix. And I'm excited to watch more of Ace Attorney. And yeah, I really want to see Pearl again in the next couple episodes. And yeah, I am really excited to watch more of Ace Attorney. So this is going to be it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.